Well, welcome back to another episode of Good Intentions Podcast. It's your girl, Cassie.
And it's your girl, Giddy.
And this
Giddy
week...
up, giddy up, giddy up. It's Christmas.
Hey. We don't know when y'all gonna listen to this episode, but it is Christmas Eve, and we're here recording. That's how you know we're dedicated to y'all. We gonna get y'all content no matter what, no matter when.
No matter what holiday it is, we still gotta work and make sure y'all are satisfied.
Because that's what we do here at Good Intentions Podcast.
Yes. Just not be doing that all episode. Now I'm like in the 90s feeling and like,
So what's your favorite 90s R&B song?
Oh my gosh. I have so many, of course.
Top 5.
Like, I hate you.
Let's go.
Okay, since I really love Usher.
Yes.
I really love Boyz II Men. I really love Keith Sweat.
Yes.
I really love
You like
Maxwell.
that baby making music. That's what you like.
Yeah.
That's how, clearly. Your playlist was lit, huh? Can I say, this is my song. Go anyway.
I have so many. Like, I love the 90s. From, like, the 70s to the 90s. Like, I know, like, all these damn musics, Motown, like, everything.
Mm-hmm. For me, it's the 90s and early 2000s to the Destiny Child.
Yeah.
Early Beyonce.
Early 2000s was really good, too.
Even J-Lo, hello. I mean,
she's
hello.
a little sketchy, but
it was just like you knew like what people were singing about at the time.
Yeah,
like, you understood
yeah.
Mariah Carey.
Oh, yes.
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 Maybe we should have a karaoke. That'd be a great, like, for link up with our listeners.
I don't think they would like to hear that.
They would love to hear me.
I digress.
So, this week we're talking about something. It's always very important to us, but so we're talking about relationship goals, and the reason why we want to talk about this is because we've noticed. And it's not just like celebrities. It's people that we're around, people that we interact with on a daily basis.
Mm-hmm. Some close friends and ourselves included.
Even us, right? You know, we put that from, when it comes to relationships, at least for me, I wanted everything to be picture perfect.
Of course. Of course.
And for me, it was, I didn't want no other females having that satisfaction to know that things weren't good between us, me and my partner, right?
Right. Mm.
So even if it was in an argument or things weren't good between us. So for me, I made a point when we was fighting, we were arguing, that's when I would post him more. You know what I'm saying?
Really?
Yes. Yeah.
How did he feel about that? That would have irked my nerves. I would have been like, Trick, you better take this down. Like, I don't like you right now.
I don't care. So for me, because I post regularly.
Why did you do that though?
So for me, it was almost like a justification for myself.
Mm-hmm.
So even though things are not good, we still good.
Okay.
And in my mind, a lot of times, I won't say a lot of times, but sometimes it'd be stuff that happened in public, right? So I would go home that night or the next day, not necessarily saying we still good. I don't be on that, but like I'll post a picture of my man crush Monday. He's still, I don't know. He's still here, you know. Shit is still, it's just me and him. Deep down, bitch, I'm crying. I might lose that nigga,
But why did you feel the need to like post that? Like I said, was it like validation?
Yes.
Or like
yeah.
Wow, that's very different.
Yeah. So whenever I would post him, just know like shit wasn't good. It wasn't sweet.
Wow. And how would you take it because I'm pretty sure people would comment like relationship goals. Y'all so cute.
Right.
Oh my
and once
gosh.
again, when people would tell me that, it was like, yes, we are relationship goals. You know what I'm saying? We are a great couple because me and my ex, people really loved us. I don't know if it was fake love or whatever it was. We just had a good chemistry and people really aspired to be like us. Yeah. So it was like when people would comment, oh, my favorite couple, I love y'all together. When it's the wedding, for me, it's like, okay, it's going to be okay. Mm-hmm. To me, it made it's going to be okay. We're going through a tough time right now, but I have the external validation that I need that everything's going to be okay.
Wow.
So
that's very different.
I know. And I did that for maybe 2-3 years, bro.
Wow.
Yeah.
Like, how do you feel after? I don't know. Like, for me, it's like if I'm mad at you, I can't stand you in that moment.
I get that, but I think when I'm mad, it's very calculated. Yeah, so when I'm mad, I'm upset, it's very calculated. yeah, it's like I'm emotional in the moment, but it's like, for me, that relationship, it was very external. I was really always fighting something else outside of a relationship, I felt like. So it was like, we're in an argument, we're not good right now, but I'll be damned if another bitch knows. I'll be damned. I don't give a fuck. He could be breaking up with me, guess what?
Right. I see.
Right.
So that was a way of hiding the flaws of y'all relationship.
Exactly. So, like, I would never, I mean, I still won't do that, period, but, like, talk about the bads in the relationship, I would never really express it. You shouldn't be doing that in the first place, but I would definitely go out of my way to make things look sweeter than they really were. When I was crying, panic attacks, I'm still posting, I love this nigga so much. I know, but, you know, you live and you learn and grow. Yeah. And it's definitely very unhealthy and toxic, but...
Oh my gosh. I'm glad you're over it. I'm like the complete opposite. Granted, in a relationship, I never really argue in public.
Right.
Like, oh, you could piss me off all you want. My demeanor, I'll probably like shut down. Right. But I'll like avoid you in a way where it's like it's not noticeable, but you know you gotta stay away. Right. But like when we get in the car or we get home, I am popping off. And I mean, granted, I'm not really big in, like, posting my relationship anyway. So it's like, no one really saw the flaws because you didn't really see much of the good time. And if you saw the good time, it was most likely him and Sky, but not, like, me and him in, like, an intimate setting. Like,
you're right.
So even when after the breakup, like, a year later, people were still, like, thinking we're in a relationship. Even to this day, there's still people.
After the Christmas thing,
there's still people who believe that we're together still, and I'm just being really discreet.
Right. And it's crazy how you can control your narrative. You know what I'm saying? Like, you literally put out what you want people to say. Yes. And that's why it's so important. Like, you know, you guys, we're on social media every day. We're looking at all these couples, and it's like, dang, you feel like something is not adding up. I know I felt that way. Right. Like, there's certain people, like, I had to mute their pages or I had to not watch their stories because I felt a type of way. Yeah. And mind you, at the time, I was in my own relationship, but it was like, dang, my nigga not doing this for me. You're lacking. Yeah. He not buying this for me. He ain't. And it is, you start resenting him because it's like, why can't you do that shit for me?
But you don't even know why the person got that gift. Hello. Like, that could have been like, I'm sorry, babe, I just cheated on you. Oof. I stopped comparing my relationship to other people's relationships. And I have this thing now where I will never, like, comment on anybody's relationship being my relationship goals. Right. Because you don't know what goes on between the scene. And people filter so much. You are. And the little 15 seconds that you see on IG, like, you don't know what happened prior and after that 15 seconds. So you ain't goals. I don't care. Like, you guys are cute. You guys are great. And I'm, like, hoping for the best for you guys. Right. And hopefully that's what y'all want in return, but y'all not my goals.
I agree. Now moving forward, I've gotten, you know, more experience and more maturity. Now I don't care, to be honest. And I don't think I would post my significant other as much in my story just because of the reason why I used to do it before, if that makes sense. Right, so now I'd be more mindful, like, why am I posting him? Right. And even if I'm posting him just to show off, why do I feel the need to do that? Because that's another reason I would post it. Like, you look, bitch, it's my nigga, not yours. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, you're in competition with everybody else, and you really don't have to be.
And it's crazy because nobody was checking for me. Nobody wanted that nigga, bitch.
It be all in our head,
in my mind. Nobody wanted him. And if they did, I mean, enjoy now.
Right. And he was probably not paying them no mind. So.
Okay.
You're annoying.
Anyways, let's go on to the
key word was probably. I mean, you should have just been like, yeah, and just kept it moving.
Y'all should have seen my face not getting us. Anyway, let's hear our boss quote of the day.
All right. So the boss quote of the day is, be with someone who will take care of you, not materialistically, but can take care of your soul, your well-being, and your heart. Ooh. How do you feel about that?
I love that. And I think it makes a really good point about materialistic gifts.
Yeah.
Once again, I think for me, gifts is not one of my love languages.
It's not mine either.
However, I understand the importance that gifts bring, especially to other people looking at your relationship. It's like, dang, he really loved her. He got her this. He really loves her. It's like a monetary value of how the other person feels about the relationship. So I think now, once again, being older and dating now in 2020, money, materialistic things, not going to do it for me as much.
Yeah. And it's like very toxic what you just said, because you were like, gifts are not important to you, but just people looking at your relationship. It's like you're not even happy for the gift because it's like something you wanted or it was a surprise. It's just, okay, I got this gift, now I got to post it.
Correct.
Right. So it takes away from like the intimacy of it too, and the intention behind it. It's just like, everything that we're doing in this day and age is to show other people how much better we got it, and that our shit doesn't stink, but our pile of shit is the same as the other person's. You know?
And it makes me kind of wish that I was dating maybe like 20 years ago when social media wasn't as prevalent, right? And I'm a big person. I don't believe social media is right or wrong. Like, I don't think social media is social media.
It's what you use it for.
It's what you use it for. But when it comes to relationship, to me, at least, like, I become like this ugly monster. It's like,
you're in competition.
Yeah, I feel like, and nobody be checking for me.
Nobody.
No dang body, but my own self. But I feel like I'm going against somebody. I had to look what he took me at. You know what I'm saying? Look what he bought me. And once again, no one's really checking for me. But in my mind, I'm competing against somebody, and bitch, I'm gonna win. Yeah,
and it's like that brings us to like a couple that's like really close to us, and they're very private. Like, they're always like together doing like all these great things,
but you would know.
But you wouldn't know. They do not post. They rarely ever post, and it's both of them. It's very like. I'm just like, okay.
Every once in a while, they'll be like, my baby. Like, happy birthday.
And it's just like, it has to be like a special occasion. It's not just like
Day, the anniversary.
It's not just before, just because.
Right. And even her, we talked about her previously about how she used social media. It's something that, you know, now I'm more mindful too. Like, why am I posting this? Especially being when I get in a relationship in 2020, God.
Yes,
with
same
my
here,
husband,
Jesus.
God,
I
can't do it no more.
God
so
send us angels from the heavens above. Yes, praying for 2020. We all get love.
Husbands, because God, I can't do it.
Husbands.
These niggas is trash. God,
let's speak into existence. Please, God, we're not begging, but we're pleading.
I don't have to be married in 2020, but let me be my husband, God.
Yes.
Please. But no, like, now moving forward is being very intentional. You know, Good Intentions podcast, we really want to be intentional about everything that we do. So for me, it's being intentionally in dating, intentional in being in a relationship, and posting someone. Like, why am I doing that? And if it's for someone else, it's already wrong.
Right. That is so true. Because even when I was like dating, it was just like, we always agreed not to post each other, you know?
Why?
It's just, I'm very like private. I'm a very private person. So until something is like solidified and it's like there's a title and we've been going on for a while, I don't want nobody to know, and you better not let nobody know either. Like, it's just that. But if like people in our inner circles know, it's okay. Right. So even with that, like, we would just post like the same snap or whatnot, and it's just like, we're sending subliminals, but why do you feel the need to do that? You know?
Right.
It's just like validation and claiming your territory without really saying much, and just letting people know, hey, if you are bright enough to put 2 and 2 together, then cool.
You deserve to know.
Right. So, whatever. It goes a lot with like our own like insecurities too, I believe. So I don't know, man.
So for me, the issue I have relationship goals. Now, I don't know when the term came from, but
social media,
Instagram. But I'm talking like what sparked it. But like, everything is just goals. Everything is just goals, but not even just like relationship, like career, traveling, outfits. Like, everything is a goal, and if you don't meet it, you're inadequate. You're nothing.
Yeah, and it's like, you really have to be secure in yourself. Like, social media will make you feel like you're not doing nothing with your life. You're not moving. You're not going anywhere. And you could be like, you just achieved the greatest milestone ever, But you see somebody else post something that in your head is bigger, so now all of a sudden,
right?
It was nothing. Yeah, I hate it. I personally hate it, but it's just knowing who you are and just not letting it get you. I think my good intention is just moving forward, just being more intentional and finding out the reason behind it. Like, why do I have to be so braggadocious? Why does everybody have to know what's going on, my moves or whatnot? So
the only thing I won't not brag about is my traveling.
Oh, yeah, bitch. You're going to see it. Because I spent that money on the flight, the Airbnb. You will see that.
That's the only thing I think, like.
Because I'm living lavish for that weekend.
Girl, I am a whole new person.
Yes.
Like you said, I usually get new hair, new nails, everything. You
my bank account is screaming.
Every single second of it.
Yeah, no, definitely that. I'm still going to brag about that. And yes.
But I have a question. So because we travel a lot, do you think people feel a type of way when watching your stories when we travel?
Like, how? Like they have FOMO or?
Maybe FOMO or like, dang, why she always posting? I don't know. Do you think like people feel a way?
You know what? If they do, I don't care.
I don't care either.
At that point, I don't care. That's like one time where it's like, I don't care how much I post. But the thing is, when I'm out doing stuff, more people watch my stories, surprisingly.
Yes.
Like, my story be like in the hundreds. Yeah. Like, views be like, if it's like a regular story about Sky, it'll probably be like 100, 150 views. But like,
when you out and about,
it's like a lot of people.
Right. They want to keep up.
Yes.
And we want to keep up with what people are doing.
Yes.
Like, we in a whole different wave now.
Yes. And they're probably doing the same thing we're doing, just comparing and like, how the heck is she able to do this? She's got a whole kid. And
because I have a whole kid, I need to be doing that. Bro.
I need to do this so I don't end up on first 48.
No, but honestly. So, moving forward, what would you say to people who are relationship goaling when the relationship ain't that great?
Oh, geez, you read my mind a little bit. Because I was going to say, like, stuck in a phase where it's like, but whatever. Wow. You read, yeah. I think that's like a depressing space to be in. Because it's like, people in the outside, they're looking at it like, you are goals. Like, y'all been together for like forever. You guys are like on the verge of getting married and this and this and that. And then, but when you're doing self-reflecting, it's like, oh shit, like this person is not who I want to be with. And there's so many cracks. But now like everybody's just put so much pressure on us. Right. So I got to act like it's great and everything's good. So that's like, I mean, I've experienced that personally. It's very toxic. It's not a happy place to be in. Right. And leaving is even harder. Ooh. But once you make it to the other side, it's a lot better. You feel so liberated. You feel so free. It's literally a weight off your shoulders.
Right.
It's really a good thing. But getting up and getting out is the hardest part of it. And the unknown and starting over. Because we all fear that. We're very comfortable. We become very comfortable in these relationships. And the outside pressure is really a lot. You
make a very good point. And I think for me, I was in my relationship for that long because, once again, I was fighting the external enemy that did not exist. So for me, it was like I knew I didn't want to be in that relationship anymore. I knew maybe at least 6 months, at the very least 6 months out before it actually happened. But I was like, damn, if I leave him, they win. Who is they? Who is they? No, honestly, but in my mind, once again, that invisible force I'm fighting again, they win. Yeah. They get that nigga. So it wasn't even about like me, myself being happy. It was about everyone else. Oh, I'm gonna, I don't know. I was just like, they're going to be right. We're not meant for each other. Yeah. They're going to get the satisfaction. They're going to talk about me in a group chat, this, that, and the third. Can I tell you, I'm probably the happiest I've been in years.
Wow, that's really good.
I'm the happiest I've been in years. It's tough. It's hard. Especially holiday time.
You miss some gifts. You miss the person. You miss the presents.
Memories, but I know I made probably like the best decision. Yeah. And it was hard, but
And then most of the times, like, your friends, your true friends are happy for you no matter what, because it's like, we just want to see you happy. We just want to see you win.
My friends have been holding it down. Yeah. Like, they don't give me space to miss him, if that makes sense. Because
that's very important. That void.
And it makes me realize, because when I get in a relationship, I kind of distance myself away from them.
Right. A lot of us do that,
You know, like the times we used to hang out together, now I'm spending with my nigga. It happens. But now it makes it, for me, more of a priority. They always going to be here. They've been there before you. They're going to be there at the wedding. Whether you there or not, they're going to be at the wedding. And that's what it is. That's what it is.
Yeah. But, like, a lot of the pressures that you felt, I know you stated something about, like, people talking in the group chats and this and this and that. Did you feel that because, like, that's something that you do?
Ooh, yes. Wow. Yeah. What a very, very good point. Very good point. Yeah, that's what I do.
Yeah.
And I'm working on it. So I've been really trying to work on myself to be better just for myself. But that's something I do. Like, dang, look at this shit. Da, 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 da.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It's just conversation.
Look what kind of phone he got her. Why he ain't got her an 11? Why he got her a little ass 8? He don't love her. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's what I do. Yes. So once again, because I do that, I'm assuming everybody else
is checking for that. Everybody else is doing it.
Good point. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, that is. Whew. So you know how there's like a hotline for everything in life?
Oh yeah. What's the hotline?
What is the hotline for someone who is struggling in a relationship?
Call us, girl. Call Good Intention Podcast.
No, we ain't got it together yet.
Well, we're working on it. I don't know, but I think that comes with self-reflection. Like, you really have to be real honest with yourself and taking time to yourself, journaling. I love talking about journaling. And just figure out, why are you doing things? Why? That's the most important thing. Like, even if you're doing, once again, intentions, why are you doing it? What's the purpose? And then, so a reason why I like the song that we picked today for our song of the episode or whatever is because the Can You Stand the Rain, right? So one thing I've been... Take a shot every time you get this episode. So another thing I want to talk about relationship goals. When it comes to women, I feel like women, especially black women, and I talk about this all the time, we're expected to struggle. We're expected to fight. We're expected to build. We're expected to...
be the Keisha Kaur to his Gucci.
Oh, God. And it's so exhausting.
It's draining. It sucks because your cup is so dry and nobody's pouring into it. You're pouring so much into his where it's like overflowing and yours is literally dry and you're dying of thirst.
Girl.
I can't be nobody's Keisha Kaur.
Honestly, I can't do it anymore either. I don't have the energy to... And I realized the people I was dating or the people I was going for, maybe it was like self-validation or I wanted to feel good about myself. I wanted to be like the alpha female. Were people who were not on the same level as me. So I don't know if it was intentional or what it was, but it was people who I had to help build up. I had to mold.
For somebody else to reap the benefits.
Another female gonna be like, oh, I love the way you did it, but you, I'm sick. I can't talk about this.
I love the fitted suit.
Girl.
Knowing before you, it was just like the loose.
Bro. And honestly, but that's my karma. That's what I had to deal with. Because that's not my job to be raising nobody else's child.
But also, you don't go into a relationship thinking you're going to break up.
Right.
So it's like the investment is just, it's an investment.
Right.
And nobody's going to be like, oh, well, I'm going to fix this guy up because 5 years later, we're going to be all broken up and the next female.
Because I would not have that energy.
Right.
If I don't know if you watched that Black Mirror episode. Black Mirror episode where you meet someone and it tells you how long the relationship is going to last.
Wow.
Right. So you kind of gauge and you do what you have to do in that time frame. And I wonder if I had a time limit, what I would have done differently. I know.
Wow, that's really, wow.
And I think I need to start moving like that. Like, I have 1 more month left with him. You know what I'm saying?
What would you have done differently?
So my time limit would have been 4 years, which is a long ass time. That's a long time. And to be honest, if I knew I had 4 years, I don't think I would have done anything differently, because 4 years is such a long time. And I would have been, if anything, I think I would have poured more, to be honest.
Poured more?
I think I would have. Because for me, it's like, given that time limit, I would have been like, okay, I need to make sure I do everything in my power so it doesn't end.
But even knowing that time limit, you couldn't control it. Like,
no, I would have done everything to defy that time limit. That time limit is not real.
Wow. See, I think for me, I would have just did it where I got more out of whatever relationship than I poured out.
But 4 years is such a long time. I would have done the same thing.
Wow. You're a real one.
No, bitch, I'm a dumb one. I'm a dummy.
Your boy, she is single and ready. Wipe her up.
Ready to mingle.
Wipe her up.
So's my dog Giddy. Don't sleep on her.
Gosh, no.
Don't sleep on her.
Oh, geez. Relationship goals. Keisha Kayor and Gucci. No.
It just can't be me. Shout out to her.
But, man, even Beyonce getting cheated on. And Beyonce is, like, everybody's wife. Like, everybody's everything.
So you think everyone gets cheated on?
I'm not going to say that. But a lot of us get cheated on. And I think... Oh, I was watching this episode of, like, Ready to Love, whatever. Mm-hmm. And one of the ladies said a lot of black men, because they were talking about, like, the black men don't cheat movement that's going on now.
Right.
And she was like, a lot of black men claim that they don't cheat on their black women or significant others because they never claimed them to begin with. Ooh. So how can you get cheated on if you're not my girlfriend? So they get their cake and eat it, too.
Wow.
Wow. Let's save that for another episode. Cause
make sure that's your boyfriend. Make sure that's your boyfriend. Like, if you don't tell me I'm yours and we're exclusive,
make sure.
Please, sister. Please. Well, thank you guys so much for another great episode. Don't forget to follow me at QueenCast_X3.
And me at GiddyLoveJ1.
And you can follow this podcast at Good Intentions Pod.
Don't forget to like, comment, DM us. Let us know what you thought of this episode.
Right, because we're looking for listeners. Yes. We want to hear what you got going on.
We want to hear from you.
Hey.
So if you like what you see, turn on your TV and do it. Hey, come on and zoom, come on and zoom, come on and zoom.
You gotta know who.
Come on and zoom.